Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I am Bear Geo, and welcome to my channel. That's kind of my opening line. So those of you that know me, those of you who don't, get used to it, baby. All right. Anyway, today I'm going to attempt to help you out on a timer. A simple, everyday timer. All right. Govee, in the last 6 months or so, has changed the app 3 times. And there's another one coming. They never tell you what they're going to do until they do it. So they have deleted some things, and they've added some things, and they've definitely moved things around. And I've caught wind through friends and people online in the Govee community that they're having an issue finding the auto run feature and how to make a timer. If by chance you watched one of my past videos or tutorials on how to make a timer, the only thing that has changed is where it is, the new location. Otherwise, creating the timer is the same way. All right, let's get into it. Start your app, your Govee app, and you should end up on the device page, which is the home page. All righty. If you're not there, look on the bottom. You see the little icons. You see your home page lit up in blue. If you're there, if you're not there, you got something else lit up. It don't matter where you're at. But at the home page where you see the little house, to the right of that is like a gray dot with arrows circling clockwise. All right, this will get us to the shortcuts page. Tap that. All right, now you see the auto run, shortcuts and auto run. Now, I have some timers here that you can do nothing with these here other than turn them on or off. And if you don't have any created, all you're going to see is what it shows down here in red. You'll see 5 or 6 of these in red that says invalid weekly plan. All right? That's no big deal. It's not invalid. They are valid once you make them. And the thing is it's just Govee's way of saying that it's not being used, it isn't set, whatever the case may be. Because I got some complaints that, hey, how can you set a timer if it's invalid? Well, it's not invalid. So what we want to do is, at where it says auto run, go to the right, over to the corner, and you see a little plus. Let's tap that. Okay, that brings us up to your page. You have weekly timer, date timer, sunrise, sunset timer. All right, let's create a weekly timer. All right, tap weekly timer. All right, they want you to enter the name of the timer. So what I'm going to do is, now you need to think this out, figure out what you want to put in there. But I am going, you got 22 characters, so you got to kind of keep it short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Permanent Light Pro 2 set as an example. You use the device and name it after the device that you want to use. All right, I'm going to put in there PLP for Permanent Lights Pro, and it's my second set. All right, and I'm going to off, because we're going to turn it off at a specific time, okay? All right, so you can do whatever your device is, off. All right, tap confirm. All right, under the weekly conditions, you want to make sure every day is highlighted in blue, if you want to do it every day. Say you don't want to run them Saturday and Sunday, unhighlight them, tap them, and they'll only work from Monday through Friday. You can choose any day you wish. I want mine all day long, or all week long, okay? It says down here, add a time point. Okay, so we're going to add a time point. We want to shut it off. So what time is that? Well, my clock goes by 24 hours, military time. Yours may not. So for military time, you're looking at 0000. That is midnight. All right? Hours and minutes. 0000. Oh, I went by it. Okay. Now, you set it to whatever time you want. Now, if midnight to you, if you're shutting them off at midnight, would be 12 a.m. All right? 11:59 p.m. if you're shutting it off there. Okay? Et cetera, et cetera. All right? Once you get it set, click confirm. All right. Now it wants to know your activation action. What are you going to do? Well, we got to pick the device first. We got to go down here, and I'm using my Permanent Lights Pro, and you select the device that you're using, okay? That you're setting up the timer for. All right, tap next. Okie dokie. Now that you have your action set, what you want to do is, over here you see enable all, disable all, custom. You want a custom, all right? Once your custom is selected, that opens up whatever device you chose. Mine is Permanent Lights Pro 2. Tap that. All right, what we're going to do is it's set to on. We need to set it to off because that's what we're doing. We're setting it to off. Nothing else matters. Set it to off, click confirm. Now at the bottom, or in the middle, it says Permanent Lights Pro 2, or whatever your device is, off. Okay? Save. All right. Save again. All right. That's ready. Now we're going to go back up. We're going to go back up. Hit your little arrow on the upper left-hand corner. Back. Now we got to create an on timer. All right. So you should be back on the shortcuts page. Auto run. And the little plus in the upper right-hand corner. All right. Under weekly timer. Tap that. Okay. You're going to enter your name. Okay. What I'm going to do is enter the same thing. Whoop, I want all capitals. PLP2 on. So I know that it's my Permanent Lights Pro 2 on. You use the same name, except on. All right? Or whatever you want to name it. That's up to you. All right? Tap confirm. Okay, now, under repeat, if you shut off any of these when you created the off timer, do it here too, like Saturday and Sunday. But I'm not, all right? I want it every day. But you need to if that's what you did on your off, okay? Now it says add a time point. All right, what time do you want them to turn on? All right, let's say I want them to turn on at 7 p.m. Just for S&Gs. That would be $1,900 for me, or 7 p.m. for you. Okay, once you get that set, tap confirm. All right. Okay, it's asking you the same thing. We need to go to custom. Enable all, disable all, custom. All right. Now you can tap your Permanent Lights Pro for on, or whatever device you are. Okay. Tap again on, just to make sure that it is. Now here you can do some things. All right. You can set your lights to come on to a certain pattern. You can, okay, let's do this different. You can set this come on to a scene, a DYI, a color, or autoplay. And you can set a color temperature. All right. Now, you can even set the brightness. For example, everything default is 50% if you're using a timer. So you can set it to 100%, or you can set it to 5% or 50%. Let's set it to 100%. Whatever light you're using, 100%. All right? Now, what color do you want them? Now, all your lights will be the same color. If you have a string of lights, let's put it that way. All right? You can select whatever color you like. All right? You can do it off the color wheel, or you can do it off the color chart above. You can do that. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to show you something else here. All right. You can do a scene. Okay, scenes are what Govee have pre-programmed for you in the app. All right, you have all kinds of different things. You have, like sunrise, sunset scenes. You have flower, firefly. Go to festival. You get a lot of your holidays out of here. Emotions, life, etc. If you'd like one of those, tap on it and then click confirm. I'm going to back out because I'm not doing that way. All right, now we got DIY. These are the scenes that either you've made or that you've gotten from somebody else in the community. This is the whole list, all right? So let's say one day you saved a scene, you saw it, you liked it, and you downloaded it, okay? So whatever that scene may be, all you have to do is check it. Tap it and check the little box. All right? Works the same way as scenes, except these are the ones either you made or somebody else made. Okay. Now, color temperature. You can set your lights for either bright white or a warm white. All right? I'm going to set mine just for S&Gs, warm white. And I'm going to confirm that. See, it says on brightness 100%, color temperature 2300K. All right? That's really warm white. All right? Now, you want to save it. Okay? Press save again. All right? Save successfully. Now, if you back out of here with the little arrow on the upper left-hand corner, you can see where I have my PLP will turn on at 1900 hours every day. All right? It will turn off at midnight every day. There you go. That's a simple timer. All right? I hope you enjoyed that. You can create several different timers. You can create a sunrise sunset timer. That's the one I use. Now, my lights, when I am out of season, which means any day other than a holiday, or the holidays, I use them for security. And what I have done is I've gone into Finger Sketch and picked certain lights that I want to have operating and use them as security lights. They come on at 25%, which is pretty bright because I'm in a single-story duplex or a split level. And then at midnight, they dim down to 4%. And then when the sun comes up, they shut off. And it cycles every day of the week. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, starting from left to right. On the left side, I have a peak. All right? Those first three lights are in the upper level. One at each end of the soffit on the bottom, and one in the center of the soffit at the top. And then I have one under the soffit that shines down on the roof. Okay, then I have two in front of the front door, one over the window in the front, one on the corner, which starts my new peak. I have one in the center of that peak and one on the end of that peak. And the last two on the right are over two windows. That's how I run my security lights. And then at midnight, they dim to 4%. And you get to see it do it here. Now, my garage light also dims. That's that's a wall pack back there. And that's how they work. Now, they'll go off at sunrise and repeat the cycle at sunset the following day. To create a timer like that, if you want to continue, we'll start. Okay, we'll go back into the auto run shortcuts page. Tap the plus. Tap sunrise, sunset. All right, we're going to create a sunrise. So up here, if you haven't put your city in, under current city, tap it and it will look it up through your GPS and find your city. All right. Now, we'll go down to sunrise, and at sunrise, tap that. All right. Now, you got a choice here. Before, at, or after sunrise. All right. I usually use before, so I'm going to slide that down. Now, how many minutes before? Well, I want about 18 minutes is about right. 17, 18 minutes is about right. That's when the street lights start going off. It's plenty light. At sunrise means that the sun is already up over the horizon. So it's definitely bright then, but this is about where I put it, where the street lights come on or go off. So you set it to whatever you want to set it to and tap confirm. Okay. Now at the bottom, tap confirm again. All right. It says 17 minutes before sunrise. Up here, add a name. It wants you to name it again. So tap the little edit thing, pencil or whatever you call it. So I'm going to name mine, since I'm using my Permanent Lights Pro as an example. You use the device that you want to set it up for. So I'm going to put in here PLP Sunrise SR off, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to shut off at sunrise. All right? Whatever you name yours, tap confirm. All right? You want to repeat every day. If you don't, highlight the one, tap the ones you don't want. All right. Now it says down here, immediate back activation. All right? Tap the plus. Okay, I'm working with my Permanent Lights Pro. And you can use whatever you're using. Put in there whatever you're using. Now it shows here Permanent Lights Pro 2 on. So what we need to do is go to Custom. Tap Permanent Lights Pro or your device. Tap off. Tap confirm. Tap save. Save successful. Now we got to do a turn on. All right. So we're going to go back. Little arrow in the upper left hand corner. Auto run page. Excuse me. Okay. So we're back on the auto run. Tap the plus. All right. We're going to go down to sunrise, sunset. Tap that. All right, this time we're going to do a sunset. Tap that. All righty. Make sure that your city is the same. Should be. You've already set it, so. All right, now we're going to go down here and tap at sunset. Okay. All right, before, at, or after. Okay, I'm going to go for after. Why? Because it's plenty light after the sun just goes down over the horizon, or it's going down over the horizon. There's plenty light out, and about the same amount of time, 18 minutes. I'm going to go 17. Whole minute ain't going to make a whole lot of difference. When the street lights are coming on, all that good stuff. You set it to whatever you want to set it to. Tap confirm. All right. Tap confirm again down at the bottom. All right. Now, first thing again is enter a name. Tap the little pen, edit pen. All right. Now, I'm going to name mine PLP Sunset On. All right. You name it whatever you want to. After you do, tap confirm. Are you still with me on this? Sweet. All right. Okay, you can see it in the box. Now you want to make sure your weeks is a full week, unless you check different. Now remember to undo the ones you did before, if you're doing it that way. Unhighlight those, or turn them off by tapping. All right, now it wants to know what the immediate activation is. Tap the plus. All right, my Permanent Lights Pro, or whatever device you have. All right. Tap next. Okay. All right, down here, enable all, disable all, custom, down here toward the bottom. You want to go back into custom, and you want to tap on your device. Mine's Permanent Lights Pro. Okay, this is where you can set them to do as you wish again. Okay? You can run a color if you have an autoplay list. If you have a brightness. Let me see. And it is on. It's set to coming on. A scene, a DYI, or a color temperature. Just like in the other timer, you get a big choice. Okay, I'm going to go and use a snapshot of my security lights, which is warm light, PLP2. So I'm going to use that. So you pick whatever you want to pick out of that list. Tap confirm. All right. You want to save it. All right. Now you want to tap it again. Now if you're going to set it for something else like brightness, you need to tap it again. You've already got your file. So now you tap it again and you go back to custom. And I'm going to have it set for 25% as my security lights. All right. All right, 25%. You want to do a confirm and a save. Okay. On. I'm going to change my to on 25%. That way I know that it's supposed to come on at 25%. Okay, there we go. Now, save. All right, now, it shows in the list here that my POP at sunset will come on at 25%, and it will go off at sunrise. All right. Now, let's say, okay, I want to dim it. All right. I want to dim it at midnight. All right. So you go back up here and you hit auto run and you hit a weekly timer. All right. And you're going to name it. Okay. I'm going to name it. PLP2 dim 4%. 4%. All right. Confirm. All right. So every day of the week, okay, I'm going to add my time point. All right. Permanent Light Pro 2. Next. All right, we're going to go back into custom because this is a custom job. All right. Now tap permanent, whatever your device is. Mine's Permanent Light Pro 2. It's on already. So now I'm going to have it dimmed down to 4%. All right, confirm. Get my time in here. Midnight. I have a 24-hour clock, like I just mentioned before. So it's 000. 12 a.m. for you. All right. I'll save. Save again. All right. So now we're going to go back and look at this. All right. So at the top of the list, my lights are going to come on at 25%. They're going to go off at sunrise. And they're going to dim 4% at midnight. That's all there is to it, gang. All there is to it. I know this is a long video. You can add more devices to the same timer, okay? Let's edit a timer. All right. Go to auto run. Whoop, I'm sorry. We'll go to PL on. Okay. Let me look here just a second. All right. So we're going to add to this. Same timer. We're going to add another device. So you're going to do your on time at sunset. Tap it. Okay. Now come down here and hit the little plus. Okay. Now you can add another device like my smart LED downlight. Okay. We're going to do that. Okay. Now that it's custom, tap on it. Now I can pick out the brightness. I want it at 50%. All right. Confirm. Let's go color temperature. Well, kind of in the warm white zone, but not as much. You can change whatever this new device would be for you. You can have it any color you want again, too. You can, have a color, a scene. Now, like for path lights, you can have it come on in one color. If you have a wall light like I got, you can have it come on to even another color or the same color. Just depends on how you set it. Okay? So my brightness when it comes on is at 50%. Okay? Color temperature. 4,300. All right? Confirm. All right? Save. All right? Now, we'll go back. And there they both are on the on list. Okay? So if you want it to shut off at sunrise, you go in here and you hit the plus button again. LED downlight. Next. Of course, it's going to go off. You just added it. save. All right, go back. All right, now you got two of them. You got two devices right here. On at sunrise, off at sunset. Okay, so now let's say you want dim to 4, let's see, okay, so you want it to dim. You want that other device to dim that we added on here too. So what you do is you tap this. All right, you got, it goes to 4%. So here's what I want to do. I want to change the other light to a different percentage. So you come over here and you tap the little arrow to the right of the time. All right, midnight. All right, you tap that. And you hit the plus activation. You add your downlight or whatever device you're adding. Click OK. Now I also want to click on this. It's on to on. Okay, I want the brightness to dim to 25% for this device. Okay, click confirm. Click save. Okay, I hit 26%. Big deal. Whoop-de-doo. All right, back up. Oh, I didn't save it. All right, hit save. All right, we're going to back up. Now, we have two devices. I'm going to change something here too, okay? I'm going to change what it says here, okay? So that way I know. PLP2 dim to 4%. Dim to 4%. And wall pack dim 25%. All right, confirm. So now I know what that's going to do. All right, there we go. Now we'll back up. There it is. PLP2 will dim to 4%, and the wall pack will dim to 26%. Right there in your file. All right? That's how we do it. I know it's a long video, so good luck. If you have any trouble, leave me a message on my YouTube channel. I'll try to help you out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Fire away. All right, Bear 42 Geo signing out. Have a good day. See you again soon.